Hey everyone, this is Josh from before, and I'm here with McFarlane Toys DC Multiverse Dr. Fate from Injustice 2. And I know a lot of folks have been waiting for a Dr. Fate figure. I'm not sure if this is the version that I would have chosen to do first, but I do, like I say, I appreciate that they are putting out figures from a lot of different source materials. I know there's a lot of Injustice 2 fans. I'm not a big Injustice fan, but I am glad that the fans of those games are getting some of these characters. Here's this for you. Let's just get them right out. So getting them right out here. I know a lot of you are probably sick of hearing me say it, that I don't love when McFarlane does these sculpts based on video games or live action or source materials that have a very high level of realism. But this one actually, I think, doesn't really offend me as much. Just really nice textures, not overdone. It's probably helped by the fact that it doesn't have a face sculpt, because a lot of times the sculpt or the paint on the face sculpt can set that back a bit. The big thing that is lacking for me is the paint on his armor, and his cape just looks is a fantastic cape sculpt, but just looks a little plain in this very light colored yellow rubber material. Really nice cape, and it's a little thicker here on the edges, which gives it a nice bit of weight. But yeah, really fantastic sculpted textures and details. But this plastic not being painted really just it's unfortunate. Great details throughout. So I moved him a little bit already. His neck has kind of this downward bend to it, so that's as high up as his head goes. So he's going to be kind of looking down no matter how you shake him. Butterfly joints. These armor plates go right up under that cape in a really satisfying way. You can see how it's sculpted to allow that to go up there. Really excellent. The armor is attached to the bicep, which so when it swivels, it moves like so. Double elbows that get all the way up. Pretty much, despite his gauntlets. It's very nice. This, So if you've been following this Multiverse line, and you've probably seen some of these rubber torsos, which is a great, I think, solution to having not putting any cuts here. But sometimes this rubber is so thick that it just gets in its own way. This is way softer than those have been in the past. So he can really do this right crunch. You can see this, it pops out and there's a little piece underneath. Sometimes this is so soft and flexible. They're really starting to nail that. Look at that. Fantastic. Yeah, if you watch my review of the Suicide Squad wave, this is what I wish they had, because they did all of those with the rubber torsos, but the rubber was so thick that it just got in the way and the fun factor wasn't there. This one does not have that problem. So again, down here, soft rubber material that still allows, I don't think he can do, I mean, he can almost do, oop, this just popped out. See, I broke it. I pushed it a little too hard and this came, it might not have been glued perfectly. That's pretty easy fix, but worth noting, I pushed it too hard. I didn't, fortunately I didn't break the shape is still there. It would just have to be glued back on. I'm going to say that one's on me. Double knees, toes. You know what to expect. The biggest, the one big ding that I've got to give it is he's got this fist hand, which is fine because he's from a fighting game. But then this hand is just an accessory hand, and like it should be some sort of mystical, like spell casting, Doctor Strange-esque hand, because it's Dr. Fate and he's a magical guy. But the wrists do have good clearance, but they also have a huge ball joint. Those are just kind of nitpicks, because this thing is overall just really fun in hand, but it does have a few aesthetic issues, like the lack of paint. He comes with one of these flight stands, which if you've seen them before, they're a fantastic little stand. And I wish more of these figures came with him. So there he is in his flight stand. He's looking great. Here he is next to Gorilla Grodd, also from Injustice 2. Two figures here that just suffer a little bit from some unpainted plastic that should be a metallic armor. And here's Batman from Arkham Knight, another video game inspired figure. Third Joker in there as well. Yeah. You could see, I in my opinion, I think they just got a little bit closer on these Arkham characters to something that felt like a complete thought with the paint job, whereas just these missing the armor, I just have a hard time getting past it visually. I think it looks ugly. But nitpicks aside, this thing is really sharp looking. And I'm pleasantly surprised with it. I would say it exceeds my expectations. Just the fun factor in this soft torso and being able to put him on a flight stand. It's nice. I just wish they would have gotten the hands a little bit closer to some poses that hand poses that better represented the character. That's my biggest gripe, that and the paint. All right, guys, that's Injustice 2, Dr. Fate. Thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one. Bye.